Remember, any questions, put them in the Q&A. I'll check them throughout and my sister will answer some as well. All right. So remember, in order to get clarity, you must ask questions. Now, here's a question. Is color important? We went over this on Monday. Is color important? When you're driving, of course, color is important. Yeah, when you're driving, red, amber, green. When you're walking, you need to be aware of colors. So color is important when you're driving and when you're walking. What about when you're eating food? When color is important for food, obviously, the color of the food will determine the health of the food. You might look at something and say, no, you can't eat that. No, you can't eat that. That's gone off. Look at the color. Look at the color. It's gone off. Yeah. Or that's ready to eat. Look at the color. Color is important everywhere. What about when you're deciding what to wear each day? What shall I wear today? You're going to look in your wardrobe and look at different colors. You're going to look outside and think, oh, it's a bit gray today. Let me wear something black, or let me wear something gray. I don't know what you'd say, but you're looking at colors. If it's sunny outside, you might wear bright colors. If you're watching TV, if you're watching a movie, color is important. Color is important for brands. They understand the power of color. They call it color psychology. There's certain colors that will activate certain emotions in you. We don't know this, but the people who study science, they know this stuff. Color is extremely important. The advertisements, they understand the importance of color. Even on your phone, the importance of color. Now, again, we went over this in class 1. So you guys know the importance of color everywhere. In flags, the importance of color. Yeah, everyone should know what this flag is. The RBG flag. Some people say that the red represents the blood of the people, the black, the people, and then the green, the land. Well, if you look at it from a science perspective, the red represents red blood cells. That's a color. That's a hue. Remember, we talked about hue on Monday. That's hue. Hue means color. So red blood cells, there's a hue called hemoglobin in your red blood cells that makes it red. What about in your skin? A hue called melanin. And then in plants, there's a hue called chlorophyll. So color, hue is very important. And speaking of hue, we talked about humors. So again, if you don't know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to watch Colorism Part 1 to understand what humors are. Humors are your internal bodily fluids, your blood, your plasma, your lymph fluid, your phlegm, your bile. Any bodily fluid inside of you, they call that your humors. That's the biological term, humor, yeah? Hue, color. And for the people who watch Ancient Kemet, what does more mean? Humor. More means water. So humor, the color of your internal waters, yeah? Very important for your health, your humor. So that means inside of your body, color, humor, hue is very important. Well, then what about outside of your body? What about your skin? Is your skin color important? Of course it is. Of course it is. Why then, every time we turn on the TV, do we hear people say things like this?
Why would you do
if
that?
You were working in a project that was helping those people.
You probably wouldn't.
What has colour got to do with any of this? So you're well-meaning, and so you think, OK, actually, I can't go there because I'm white. I can't do this charity video because I'm white. That in itself is racist.
I think people would think, or did say, that they would like it better thought through.
Yeah.
So instead of that, it's not that they don't...
But aren't we all trying to get to a world where we don't think about colour?
Yes.
Colour is irrelevant. What I want to do is I want to help you regardless of colour.
I agree completely.
The fact that Comic Relief exists for Africa is the fact that there is an enormous amount of money here that can go to do something good. Now, if Africa was fully helping that community, then fantastic. Yeah. But this is a well-off Western nation.
Absolutely right.
Right. So you hear that a lot, yeah? He was saying things like, don't we want to get to a world where color is irrelevant? Don't we want to get to a world where color is irrelevant? No. Color is extremely important. And you hear that a lot. I'm sure you've heard people say, what's color got to do with this? What's color got to do with this? Yeah. And again, if you don't know the truth, you might kind of go along with that. Like, yeah, what has color got to do with this? Don't we want to live in a world where color is irrelevant? No, why would you want to? Why can't you see a color and not treat it any differently? Why can't you see all the colors in nature and not treat them any differently? Why do you have to pretend that you can't see color? Yeah, but you hear that a lot. These people that say, oh, no, I don't see color.
As somebody who grew up in a very diverse background as a young boy in the projects, I didn't see color as a young boy, and I honestly don't see color now.
You addressed tonight the comments. I guess they had some traction in the media regarding some comments that people felt were derogatory, and I saw you address that tonight. Do you want to just, I guess, maybe talk about that a little more, just kind of elaborate and clarify, I guess, what you meant?
Yeah, you know, that doesn't really sit well with me, you know what I mean? I'm very multicultural, a multicultural individual, and you know, I don't have any ill feelings towards any. I don't even see color. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of.
You hear that a lot, yeah. And they say things like, "Color is irrelevant."
Or this one, I don't see color. And when some woman says to me, I don't see color, I say, I knew that. If you saw color, you wouldn't dye your hair that way. Or I say, if you saw color, you wouldn't wear that shirt with those pants. I believe that you don't see color. It's an attempt to deny skin color. And it's an attempt to deny what's wrong with seeing the color of my skin. Is it all right for you to see me kind of pink? That's okay for me. I don't mind. And I suspect that you don't mind being seen the color you are. You have a right to be what you are.
Why can't you see a color and not treat it any differently? Why can't you see all the colors in nature and not treat them any differently? Why do you have to pretend that you can't see color? Yeah, but you hear that a lot. These people that say, oh, no, I don't see color.
Makes me angry because it's insulting, because part of your identity is your color, and for them to sit there and say that they don't want to acknowledge that part about you, it's pretty hurtful. And it's almost like they're saying that they can only treat you as an equal if they forget that you're a different color than them. So it's really annoying, and it really doesn't really make sense if you're talking about equality.
It makes me feel like they're erasing a huge part of me, and that is something that people right away see before I say something, and that is my color, my heritage, who I am, and I'm deeply connected into who I am through the complexion that I have. It doesn't necessarily define who I am, but it says something where I'm from, what my heritage is, where my ancestors are from. So when they say I don't see color, it is almost like erasing something that's always been a part of me.
I think it's really ignorant to say. I think it contributes to kind of like the erasure that a lot of POC feel. I don't know, when I hear that statement, my heart just kind of drops in my stomach. It's really hurtful to hear. I think that like saying I don't see color is kind of like saying I don't really want to hear about your struggles as a person of color. I don't really want to hear about it. I just kind of want to like brush that all away and feel as if we are all equal right now, even though that's not really true.
When someone tells me they don't see color, it just means that they don't see me.
Now, why would they say such a thing? Oh, before I share, I don't know if you've noticed this, but those same people who say, that they don't see color, because you hear that a lot. Those people who say, I don't see color, I don't see color. And again, science is based off of observation. I've observed that those people who say they don't see color are the same people who say they don't see racism.
Your premise is this is all driven by racism, that Britain's basically a racist country and the media's been racist. To which I say, on behalf of the media, where is that racism? I haven't seen it.
The reason why the racism experienced by Megan feels so personal and it deeply resonates with a lot of people is because it's symptomatic of the culture of racism in the United Kingdom.
What examples do you have?
Where is this racism that you keep talking about?
The social media discussion of Meghan Markle is shamefully racist.
And you don't
but when
think
you look at the newspapers, they're sensationalist, they're vulgar. I don't see racism there. I don't see racism there. I don't see racism there.
The code, staying on code. I don't know if you've noticed that. The people that say, I don't see color, tend to be the same people who say, I don't see, where's racism? There's racism? Where? I don't see it. I don't see it. Which I find fascinating because these same people will swear to you that they've seen aliens. You know, it was the aliens that built the pyramids. It was the ancient aliens. And big up the people that have watched Ancient Kemet, so you now know the truth about that. But they'll tell you that they've seen aliens. These are the same people that will tell you that they've seen Bigfoot. They can see Bigfoot. They've gone to the moon. They can see the moon. They can see Mars. They can see different galaxies, different universes. They can see the Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, but they can't see color. They can't see color and they can't see racism. I find this fascinating.